Hello listeners, and welcome to Food Fight, where we dish out the truth about campus cuisine. My name is Ari, and I'm a freshman living on campus at SDSU. In today's episode, the SDSU meal plan scam, we'll be going over an issue that affects every freshman living on campus, the meal plan system. When picking a topic for a persuasive essay, a civic appeal essay, I knew it would be the perfect opportunity for me to advocate, especially as someone who's experienced the frustration of the system firsthand. Hopefully, today's episode will help me shed light on this issue and bring awareness to listeners on why it's time to make a change. So turn up the volume, get comfortable, and grab a snack, if you can afford it, and let's get started. Before we dive into it, I think it's important to address who I am and my credibility. My name is Ari Cohen, and I'm 18 years old. I major in communication and minor in leadership, and I have a big past with advocacy. I gave a speech to a state senator in the Capitol advocating against anti-Semitism, and I've also been to Sacramento for the same goal. I am on the meal plan and have spent the entirety of my first semester complaining about it or hearing others complain about it. I truly believe that SDSU values students' money more than nutritional interests. There are so many problems with the meal plan system. I'm often struggling to spend the last of my money, or it feels like every place to eat is closed, or I'm eating the same thing for the fourth time this week. I'm very honored to be a person who's trying to make a change when it comes to this issue, specifically because it has existed for so long. So what exactly is the issue? Well, there are a few. Firstly, students or their parents pay a lot of money for food that will inevitably go to the university instead. This is a result of the two cheapest meal plan options, Flex 5 and Flex 7, where money doesn't roll over to the next day and isn't refunded at any time. Meal plans are mandatory for all freshmen living on campus, and with only 3 meal plan options, this leaves an alarming amount of students losing money daily. There's also the problem of nutrition, as there are few restaurant options and a lot of them aren't healthy. The last issue is availability. Lots of restaurants close on the weekends and most open locations don't offer breakfast. We'll talk about those two issues more in a minute, but let's first dive into the issue of money loss. Let's break down the numbers. Approximately 8,000 students live on campus, and about 3,694 of them are freshmen on the meal plan. If each student loses just 50 cents every meal plan day, that's $107 lost per student by the end of the school year. Multiply that by the number of students on the meal plan, and that's $395,258. That's still assuming each student is only losing 50 cents daily. I have a quote from Reddit user Misa11003 that was made in 2011 that states, quote, "I have Flex 5. I get sick of having to spend the $20 daily. It's always got to be in the back of my mind to make sure I don't waste any money," end quote. This comment made in 2011 proves that tens of thousands of students have been a part of this money loss cycle over the last 13 years, and still, nothing has changed. Students were unhappy with it then and continue to be unhappy with it now. On October 18th, 2024, Reddit user Punky Sud stated, quote, "I hate the meal plan. My first year since the meal plan is so unhealthy and not worth it," end quote. On top of the money wasted, students are also forced into unhealthy eating habits. You can only spend meal plan money at specific restaurants that take meal plan as a payment option. Many of these options are unhealthy and repetitive. The Daily Aztec stated on October 9th, 2019, that if SDSU simply let us use a debit or credit card and made the meal plan completely optional, then students could begin to learn how to save money and buy an appropriate amount of food. But the university is denying us this freedom. We have to buy their plan, even if it starts the formation of bad habits. This is echoed by Nell Jones from Reluctant Gourmet, who wrote, quote, "It comes with guilt and wasted money." While having all your meals prepaid for is nice, it also forces you to eat what seems like the same meal every day, end quote. These bad habits are being formed right when students are adjusting to independent living. Availability is another major issue. While SDSU Dining states there are 37 locations to eat at, when you remove the Aztec markets, which only consist of prepackaged and frozen foods, that number drops significantly. Many locations are closed on weekends and only a few offer breakfast options. Flex 5 doesn't offer any meal plan on weekends, and Flex 7 only offers $18. This leaves students with very few choices, further complicating their meal planning. The meal plan system at SDSU is flawed. What is our call to action? Well, when I gave my persuasive speech, I had a QR code to scan that would send the audience to a petition. On April 18th, 2023, a petition was started on change.org by Tess Bowers, stating that, quote, freshmen should not be required to have a meal plan at SDSU, end quote. Because this is a podcast, I've linked the petition and my speech in the description, so feel free to check both out. All the information I've given through this episode is from the sources which are listed at the bottom of my essay. To review, the numbers prove that hundreds of thousands of dollars meant for food go to the school because of a system that SDSU forces students to use. This system creates unhealthy eating habits and unhealthy spending habits, and it causes daily anxiety for a lot of people trying not to lose money. Weekends are the worst, with only a handful of places open and almost none that serve breakfast. For a school that is, quote, committed to student safety and well-being, end quote, which was stated by the SDSU news team on September 12, 2019, you would expect more attention on an issue that has existed for so long. On November 10th, 2024, SDSU student Lauren Yoder said it best, quote, there's too many problems that we can't ignore, end quote. I stated before, if you'd like to help make a change and pave the way for a less stressful and much healthier future, there's a QR code in the description that will take you straight to the petition. Thank you for listening to Food Fight, where we dish out the truth about campus cuisine. If you want to support the petition and help make a change, please click the link in the description. Let's stop letting hard-earned money go to waste and instead shape a healthier future. Until next time, I'm Ari Cohen, and this was Food Fight.